a little complicated up here. There's a prison close by. Look at the view here. Crazy first day. Yeah, I'm at the only high security hospital in the province. So we get a lot of the most intense crimes or criminals. There's a turkey there and he looks pretty stressed out. I have a lot of stuff to bring in, but this is my room. Alright, so I just drove from Ottawa to Barrie and then to Barrie to Pentank for my new rotation. So I'm starting psychiatry. Just found the house. It's a little complicated up here. There's a prison close by. A lot of things fenced in would be interesting. So I'm gonna drive the car closer to move my stuff. Look at the view here. This is part of Georgian Bay. Alright, so I just talked to the security guy, basically asking for a permit, and he's like, hey, I'll write down your information so don't give me a ticket. So I'm gonna park, I'm gonna change, and then I'm gonna assess the fridge situation, how much space there is, and go grocery shopping. So my parents sent eggs up with my brother from where they live in Ohio, and I have a little bit too many eggs. All these are duck eggs. Duck, chicken, chicken. I might not have to do grocery shopping. I might just be eating eggs for the week. There's no room for anything else. I just made my coffee. I have my own mug from KOA. All right, I'm gonna go for a walk, take a look at the lake, but I'm gonna go down there. Crazy first day. It's a little gloomy outside. I'm gonna try and talk and hopefully the camera doesn't get wet. But oh man, this first day I already saw a couple of patients, not just by myself, but I observed the doctor talking to these patients and I was there, and I already saw patients who, are in for murder. Two patients in for murder, one for, potentially lighting a fire or whatever. I don't want to give too much information. I'm kind of like worried that I might say something because everything here is so locked up. Like there's fences, security. I'm afraid to say something and break confidentiality, so I'll do my best to not do that. Yeah, I'm at the only high security hospital in the province. So this is technically a hospital, but there's a lot of fences, a lot of security. You need an access badge for every single door. It's quite intimidating, and the patients are behind these thick doors. There's a couple of layers. Some patients can get out and walk depending how good they are. Other patients can't, and you talk to them through a closed door because they can be aggressive and crazy. This is something I'm never gonna experience for the rest of my life, so I'm thankful that I'm here so I can at least have an exposure. So this is like forensic psychiatry, and a lot of the patients here, I'll tell you more soon. I'm gonna walk around. The phone's kind of getting a little wet. Looks like there's a gate there and I can't get past it. Alright, so it seems like I have to go from not here, but I have to go over there. And to do that I have to go to that hill, but it's raining, so I'll do that another day. There's Jess and I when we were dating, and this is my food. Trying to eat more eggs, meat, and cheese, and some fruits, which is great, super tasty. So my meals consist of this every day. Alright, it's day number 2. A little bit better, it's not raining, so let's go talk to some patients and have a good day. Good morning, and I think today I'm gonna be talking to patients myself. Yesterday I was just shadowing the doctor, was able to observe, but I think today he might want to get me to talk and take some notes down. Gonna get to talk to some new patients, different cases, different situations, so it'll be interesting. I'll have my access badge, and so I have to go through security and find my way through all the doors. All right, so I went to the hospital there and saw one patient with the doctor and the other medical student just doing from master. And this patient actually had a court hearing, so from 10 to 11:15 we listened to a whole bunch of random court cases until they finally got to the patient that we talked to. We listened to that, which was interesting to see how the court functions. And now I don't have to be back till 1:30 because we have a patient being admitted. So then I'm sitting here in my bed doing self-mod modules. There's like 5 or 6 self modules just to be able to work or function here, which is typical of any kind of workplace, especially healthcare. So I have the week to do them. So I'm gonna get them done first or fast and then go on with my day. So I'm just chilling here. I'm gonna have lunch soon. Just enjoy eating food and then do some studying once I'm done these. All right, I made it to the water. It's kind of windy. Got some tea here. Look. All right, that's it. That's all she wrote. I mean, there's a little thing there, picnic tables. Just walk down the path. That's it. So I'm not gonna stay too long. It's not really that nice. It's kind of cold. I'll go back and do some studying. All right, I'm a little too lazy to actually go get the ironing board, and I need to go to the hospital quickly. So I just cut my shirt. I'm gonna do it on the floor, and I have my iron here. All right, so I ironed my shirt. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna go talk to a couple of patients, however many I can do before lunch, and then meeting with the doctor virtually because he's actually not here. He went back home. He's only here for 2 days of the week, and then I guess we just see them on our own. It's the other student and myself. So I'm gonna go have a couple conversations and then document, and then come back for the day and do some more studying. All right, good morning. Got my coffee. I'm coming out here for a walk. You know, I have a free ebook for productivity if you want it. I'll put the link in the description or just DM me on Instagram. But in that book, I talk about the importance of getting out early in the day, getting sunshine on the face and the eyes so that your brain can start producing or preparing melatonin for at night so you can have a good sleep. So that's what I'm doing, listening to my own advice instead of, just studying in the morning, which I have done already, but I want to get some walking and some exercise and some sunlight. And then I have a training at 10 a.m. to learn how to use the EMR system, electronic health record, or EHR, because I still don't really know how to use it. And I've seen 2 patients, but they're gonna teach me the ropes. So that's the lake there, Georgian Bay. Nice day, chilly, it's 1 degree. So finally been able to come down here and it's not raining. All right, so I figure since I'm out here walking, I'm walking backwards because there's some benefits to that. I'll let you know a little bit of my experience here and what I think. So I'm doing the forensics program here, forensic psychiatry, as my whole rotation. So 4 weeks of dealing at the highest security hospital in the province. So we get a lot of the most intense crimes or criminals, but that also have mental health issues, right? Sometimes they commit it because of the mental health issues, or they just have it, and so it's a whole mess of things, like of various factors. So it's very extreme, the kind of patients that we see here. So it's nice for a variety, or nice to see the extreme sides, the stuff you sometimes see in movies or hear about, of the crazier personalities or mental health issues. But it's not the day-to-day bread and butter. So this is not what I'm going to see as a family doctor. This is not what I'm going to really see at the average hospital. I'm not asking the typical questions. So really, I'm not being prepared for family medicine, which is kind of interesting, challenging, because I want to learn about that. But I take it as a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'm never going to be able to really work at a security hospital like this and see the kind of cases that I'm seeing on a day-to-day basis. So I'll be thankful for that. And the nice thing is that we have a lot of time off. So I'm done maybe around 3 or 4, and I can go at my own pace and have time to study. And I really do need to study for these tests and do whatever else, kind of come out and relax. Whereas if I were at Ottawa with my other friends, I'd be doing call shifts and I'd be doing a lot more consultations. I'd be a lot busier. So the benefit here is that it's calmer. You see the extreme over and over and over, and you get to be a little bit more familiar with that, really become familiar with the way the court works, the different forms that need to be signed. The doctor I work with always asks about the Mental Health Act and whatnot. So that's kind of like the pros and the cons at a superficial level. All right, I finished my EHR training and I ate lunch, and I was just looking at 2 patients that I'm going to see right now, and then 2 I'll see tomorrow, and both have criminal activity. I mean, if you're here, you're most likely doing criminal activity. Both are like violent behavior, hurting somebody, and maybe some arsonery. I think that's pretty vague enough that you can't, it's not really patient information, but it's not really specific to any one person. I mean, these things are pretty common for a lot of the patients that come through this program. And I think one thing that I forgot to mention the first couple of clips back is that patients come here to be assessed to see if they're fit for trial. So if they're going to have a court date, they have to be assessed if they know what a lawyer is, who the crown attorney is, who the judge is, what the charges are, if they're guilty, not guilty, or what does it mean to be guilty and not guilty, etc. So there's standard questions you ask. And then there's other patients who maybe they aren't fit and they come here on a treatment order. And so the role of the psychiatrist is to treat the patient just to the point where they get fit. So to kind of, if they're having delusions and they don't know like what a lawyer does for them, then you want to treat them to the point where they know that, and then they have a court trial, and then they go from there. And maybe there's some other ones, but those are like the top 2. People don't really come here to be treated. It's really just to be assessed. They have a trial, and then they go somewhere else from there. Outside and it's windy. All right, so I finished prepping up some notes for patients. I'm gonna head out, do some grocery shopping in Penetang, actually Midland. Don't even know if you can hear me because it's windy, so I'm just gonna go to the car. All right, I got meat, got some fruits, veggies, some coffee, some more fruits. Good to go. All right, so getting ready to go. I'm gonna talk to 2 patients, and then I have a call to do with the doctor, and he's gonna interview some other patients, and we're gonna discuss them. The patients that I'm gonna be seeing today are very interesting. Both have kind of assault charges. One bit one of their fingers, part of it off. Just gonna try to have a conversation, get to understand them a little bit better, see how their mood is doing, if they're taking their medications, if there's any kind of aggressive behavior towards themselves or towards another patient there. And that's basically all I have to do. And then I report to the doctor, and he tells us what we're gonna do next. It's a beautiful day today, still chilly. So I just finished seeing 1 patient. One of them is currently in trial via Zoom call, so they're in court, and then the other I saw and was able to have somewhat of a conversation, and then slowly kind of faded as he went from answering questions to being more reserved and saying the answers were none of my business. I was like, okay, well, can't continue there. So I just finished the conversation there, typed up his notes. Now heading home to do some studying, and then have to jump on a call at 1 p.m. All right, so I'm out here. It's a beautiful day. Got my new shoes on. Wearing them for the last couple of days. Maybe I'll do a video about them. But they're barefoot shoes, minimal soles to make it feel like you're walking around barefoot. And I'm gonna do some sprinting exercises because sprinting is extremely good for the body, and I'll try to take it easy because last time I tried to do this, I was out for 3 days because it just used every muscle in my body. All right, I did about 4 sprints, anywhere between 50 to 70 meters. I don't think I did more than that. Started off easy and then try to gain momentum, keep that speed, have good form, out of breath, and I can almost guarantee you tomorrow I'm gonna wake up extremely sore. But hopefully, because I didn't come out fast out of the gate, my body isn't in too bad shape. There's a turkey right there, and he looks pretty stressed out. He wants to get past that fence, but he can't. From here I could tell he has a little beard, so it tells me he's a Jake. He's a young male, maybe a year or 2, maybe 3 years old, and he just can't find a gap to get through that fence. It's also turkey hunting season. Turkey hunting season is April 25th, the end of May. So I'll try to get as close as I can to him. I would love to try and grab him, but I won't attempt that. Maybe my pressure will help him fly over because he has wings. But sometimes animals just don't know how to use it. They don't know how to use their brain. He's been doing that for at least 5 minutes. There's no gap here. I'm running around like a little raptor. There you go. Use his big wings to fly all the way over there. The turkey had flown away, but he's back. He is truly one of a kind. Dumb bird. I have one of these, and turkeys love these, so see if I can get close enough to chuck it towards them. Way over there is another turkey. So that's where his friend's at, and he wants to go over there. He could scoot underneath of this. Oh. That's an improvement.